Hi, welcome to the small shed. This week we're back mending stuff. See you in a minute. Got a couple of IT problems this week. The media centre of the small shed, otherwise known as my laptop, has got a problem which I need to sort out because I'm not able to do any video editing at the moment with any sound quality, so need to sort that one out because I can't hear what's going on. And I've got an old tablet that I want to have a look at that's not working, so let's go down and have a look and see what's happening with those. Right, now we've got a fairly serious problem for small shed productions today. I do all my editing on this laptop in the lounge at night, and I plug in my headphones so I don't disturb anybody else. The end has come off my headphones in the socket, and that's given me a number of problems. Firstly, I can't put any other headphones in there, which isn't a problem, but it also means that the main speakers on the laptop won't work because it thinks it's got headphones plugged in. And although I've managed to get a Bluetooth connection to it, it's very distorted, and I suspect that's also to do with the fact that there's still something plugged in the headphone socket. So I need to get the bit out from the end of that plug. I don't quite know how I'm going to do it. I suspect at the end of the day I'm going to have to take the bottom off the laptop. But I'm going to have a go first of all to see if I can get a blob of super glue on the end of a brass rod or something and just catch the end of the tip and see if I can pull it out with that. Push it down onto it and then run some of the accelerator in. Nothing. Another hope. Not doing that. Give it one more go and then we'll be into something a bit more substantial. Which I could probably have done with a slightly thicker super glue, but unfortunately all my mitre bond has dried up. And I've got a brand new replacement pack that's been in here a couple of months, and that's also gone solid, so didn't realise it went off quite so quickly. Ooh! There we are, top tip. We've managed it. That's got the piece out. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Right, brilliant. That's made it a very short video. But more importantly, we're back in business with the editing, so we can at least edit the videos. Right, so on the bench today I've got a Google Nexus tablet which refuses to start. I thought it might be a flat battery, but I've had it on charge for about 4 days and there's no sign of life there. So I'm going to start off with the obvious, that the charger itself, although it was charging my phone, I'm not sure it was working right, so we'll just check with a different charger, see if that does anything at all that gives it any sense of recognising what's going on. So it looks like we're going to have to take it to pieces and see what we can find inside. I suspect because it's a lithium ion battery and it's been left for a long time, that it's basically going to be the battery that's died completely. So to get into this, I need to get this back cover off. Generally it needs something very small, sharp, not like a knife blade but flat and thin like that. So we're going to find something to see if we can just prise that back cover off. Right, let's have a go with some of these little tools. See if we can't get in there. Usually a couple of plastic clips in here. That's it, they're going. Just use an old credit card or something to. I generally keep all my old plastic cards of any description for all sorts of things, scraping filler and this sort of thing. That's it. That's the battery pack. I suspect there's nothing else I can do. I mean, it's not something I would even begin to try and understand how I might do anything different than just basically swapping the battery. They're not huge money, so it's worth, as usual, worth the try. I think they're probably, you know, 12 or 13 pounds. What we'll do is just take the, I assume there'll be a connector of some sort here. Yeah, little multi-pin connector there. Just take that off. That's it, connectors come off. So that's really all I'm going to do now. I'm going to get another battery and we'll give that a go and see if that does the trick. Right, now I've just been online. I can get a new battery from China for £12.50, which will arrive between the end of October and the middle of December, or I can pay 45 pence more and get one from Birmingham, which is about 20 miles up the road. Now, you may argue that it's not worth repairing for the cost of 12 or 13 pounds, because that's probably just about what it's worth. But it's back to this old chestnut of not destroying something just for the hell of it and buying something new in its place. As for the battery pack, I'm just going to take that outside the shed now, because it did make some strange cracking noises when I took it out, and it's had a bit of handling. I shall stick it in a bucket of water, and then next time I go up to the local tip I'll put it in their battery pack store. But these things are incredibly dangerous in terms of their possibility of catching on fire and burning your shed down. Right, so when we last left this little Google Nexus Asus tablet, we'd got it in pieces. I take the battery out and put away safely with the hope that we can get it repaired. That was done on a Thursday. If you remember, I think I mentioned that I'd got two choices for the battery. I could have got one from China for, I think it was about £12. I got one from UK, which is, again, it'll be a China supplier, but or at least it's come from China, but it was quicker. That was £12.95 or something. Looks like a bit too late. I've got a kit of parts to take the thing apart with. I should perhaps have sent off for the kit first, maybe, but I thought there might be something loose inside that might have been the problem. So I've got a load of very cheap and very nasty little screwdrivers and all sorts of other random bits, God knows what they're for. I think it looks like a dummy. I suppose that's to pull a screen or a back off, I don't know. Some spudgers to get the actual underneath, like I used a credit card and a metal thing for. Be able to use those as plectrums on the guitar, I think. And of course the battery, which is what we need. So it should be a straightforward case of plugging that in and seeing if it works, but so we'll go for seeing if it fits. Basically it just clips back in, the little socket plug, little plugs goes into the socket there, and then that just goes inside it like that, I think. I don't think there's anything else. But there's the power buttons are actually these for volume up and down, and the power button there, or sorry, I think that's power volume up, volume down. I don't know what the bottom one is. There's maybe a reset of some sort on it, but let me have a look and see. No, nothing coincides with the bottom one. So effectively, if I hold the top one down, that is the power button. Let's see if that does anything. Very encouraging, is it? Oh! We have life. So it'll no doubt have to think about it for a minute or two and wake itself up. I'll then have to remember, no doubt, what password I was using in those days. But there is a reset on these. There won't be anything on this which is of any interest to me anyway, because it's that long ago that I used it. And I don't think I was doing it for any other than internet access. So that will probably have to have a factory reset, which I can do. I think that's a matter of switching it off and holding the volume button down low, the down volume, holding it down when you turn it back on. But I'll let it just wake itself up first and make sure it's all up and running. But that's excellent. It thinks it's the 1st of January, but that's not a problem either. So having got all that sorted, we can put it back together again now. Just a matter now of clipping it back together all around the edges, making sure the little clips all engage. That's it. So there we are, we're back up and running with the editing on the laptop. That's good, because that was going to be a major problem otherwise. It's the only machine I've got. I must have a think about that and sort out some plan B for if I do get a sort of catastrophic failure at any time. It's all getting backed up, but if I haven't got anything to actually edit stuff on, it could be a problem. So I need to think about that one a bit. And the little tablet, I'm very pleased with that. That means now I've now got something that I can either use as an auto cue, which is something I was thinking about putting up, or alternatively I might try and see if I can Bluetooth it to the little GoPros, because the problem with them is you've got no monitor. So hopefully that'll come in useful. I mean, it's cost £12, which it's one of these marginal repairs really, something that old. May or may not have been worth it, and if it had not worked properly it would have been £12 down the drain. But it seems to have sorted it out, and it's saved landfill, and hopefully it'll give me something else to sort out as a project or a help, an aid to making videos later on. So I hope that was of interest. Look forward to seeing you next week. We'll be doing something different. I'll see you then. Bye.